Hey there, I'm Mark O'Donnell, visionary and CEO here at EOS Worldwide, and we're pleased to introduce to you a concept from our newest book, The People Book, Dare to Build an Intentional Culture. And so what I'm going to do is take you through the concept of GWC, get it, want it, and capacity to do it over time, and how that occurs for managing your people, for building that culture with intent. And this comes from a concept from Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, who in his book Flow talks about the challenge skills balance. And what we realized working with all of the companies that we have, all of the people that we have over time, is that GWC changes. And it's really based on this challenge skills balance. So on the vertical here we have challenge. That's the amount of effort that it takes to get a particular job done versus the current skill that they possess on this horizontal. And the intersection of the right amount of challenge and the current level of skill for a person puts them into a GWC space. They get it, they want it, and they have the capacity to do it. But here's what happens over time. You start delegating things to your direct report, to a team member, and maybe the challenge is way above their skill set. So they're sitting here, they're GWCing their role. Now all of a sudden they're outside of their flow channel where they don't have the skill developed in order to do the job. And so now they're in a place of stress where they start acting a little bit differently. They're in this complete place of stress, a little bit of anxiety. They're acting erratically. And so this is where you have to really think about what's happening with your person. So you've delegated something to them. They don't yet have the skill. All right. So they're in this place of stress. Now, over time, then the person gains the skill and they get back into that GWC flow channel because their skills have increased. So they start to move up here. Now, if you'll notice, we only put the challenge a little bit outside of their current skill set. If we were to put it way up here, it might shut them down. They might no longer appear to be sharing your core values because they're in just such a place of stress, such a place of anxiety. So a little bit of stress is good. It creates that upskilling for your people. But if you go a little bit too far, you're not going to have a happy result from that. And so the same thing occurs over time. So let's say this person is going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. They already have these skills and their skills continue to develop. Well, if you don't add any challenge, they may end up in a place of boredom. And really what we found is that stress and anxiety look pretty much the same as boredom. People will procrastinate, they avoid it. It's just too easy for them. So the goal here with each of your direct reports is to continuously challenge them just a little bit. They move up, they gain the skill, and they're just going along this path. And they're remaining in a state of GWC over long periods of time. And what we want you to really recognize as leaders and managers is first, are you not giving your people enough challenge where they become a little bit too bored? Or if you're giving them too much challenge because you're not aware of your delegation and they're putting them in this place of stress. And so the goal here, again, is simply to keep all of your people across your entire organization in that sweet spot, in the perfect challenge skills balance where they get it, they want it, and they have the capacity to do their job really well.